Hey, moms.
Hey, daughters, we have a quote for you. Harmony emerges from integration.
Chaos and rigidity arise when integration is blocked.
What does it mean?
What does that mean? That is a quote that is a teaching from Dr. Dan Siegel. He has been one of my greatest mentors. He is a physician and he has a specialty in attachment science with children, developmental attachment science, and adult psychiatry. All that to say, he's really helped me, supported me in relationships. And for this show, our relationships are mother-daughter relationships. And what that means is that when we can really honor what makes me different from what makes you different, they can come together to create harmony. So we integrate the differences. I like to use the example of like you and I were to go to an ice cream store.
Mhm.
And if I was to get black cherry ice cream and you were to get chocolate chip, but you wouldn't say your black cherry is gross and I wouldn't say your chocolate chip is gross. We would honor the differences and we would have a beautiful experience of just going to the ice cream store. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A very practical thing is really learning about the way you dress, right? Really honoring the differences there. And we'll perhaps learn a little even deeper.
I'm going to remember that.
You're going to remember that? You're going to remember that. Okay. So why we wanted to do this on episode 2 is so you all can learn about us. So again, what's the integrity piece? Why are we here to share with you our own stories and teach you practical tips to be able to have rich relationships, grow rich relationships for some of the stuff that's going to come up naturally within relationships. So get to know us that way, but also use this framework of what I'm going to share with you for you all to discover and make sense of yourself. So what's really important, and you're still growing, I'm still growing, is that when we really can understand like ourselves, because I'm different from how I am in the outside world and how I am in the inside world, and so are you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How does that make sense?
Because sometimes you don't want to express yourself fully.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it's just, like sometimes the world sees you differently. And sometimes in your room, you just act in privacy, you're just a little different, right?
Mhm.
And so what I thought today is that I would ask you some questions of these archetypal kind of energies, meaning they're just qualities that are natural to ways of really understanding ourselves. Okay, cool? Okay, cool. Okay. So how do you think you shine? Like, what do you think you shine in your outside personality to the world? What would somebody say Sabrina is so good at and so great at? She shines at this and something that you agree with.
Like with sports or with anything.
Anything comes to mind.
Like a personal trait, personality trait.
Like, I'm super confident or
I'm determined.
you're determined. Oh, I so agree with that. Yeah, you do shine at being determined. Ooh,
Yeah.
her Aries is, but she just said it. She doesn't even know. Okay, yes. Okay, I agree.
What about you, Mom?
I think I shine in providing security, like being nurturing.
I agree.
So, what is something that you need every day to make you feel like good, to make you feel secure? Like anything you need to do every day?
I need to talk to other people and pray.
And pray. Okay.
What about you, Mom?
I need to be by myself. I need to move my body. I need to listen to a few things like these morning rituals that I have. I need a morning ritual.
Okay.
What is your communication style?
I like texting, like for my friends. Actually, no, I like FaceTime. And then I also like writing letters.
And writing letters when?
I have to apologize.
Remember, I said we can get to that letter. Yes, I will say I recognize that about you. You definitely, when we are in an argument or sore and it needs to be resolved, it's easier for you to write letters.
Mhm.
She writes me the most amazing letters, like for all the holidays. Like,
I do.
And then what is like your learning style?
I'm very visual.
Mhm.
Like I need to see something and I need to write things down so I can learn.
Uh-huh. Right.
You're also very visual.
I am. Okay, so my communication style is I talk fast. Definitely talk fast. I like authentic communication. I like deep communication. I don't like superficial conversation. I kind of uncomfortable with that. Just saying,
Yeah.
here we are in front of an audience right here. But communication is, I've learned to do it more one-to-one as I've gotten older. But, when I grew up, it wasn't even like letters or anything or emails.
Really?
It was phone. It was phone. Yeah. Yeah. But so,
Was it really?
what did you mean? I didn't have emails till I finished college. Oh my goodness. All right.
You talked on the phone. It wasn't letters.
I talked on the phone. Oh, I didn't write letters, pass notes in school. No, I didn't do that. Oh, communication style. Yeah. I guess more of it's if I was in an argument with someone, I would rather have some time to talk
Mhm.
and then talk in person and not letters.
Whoops.
Face to face, courage. I'm determined. No, I'm kidding.
It's
Okay.
scary.
Okay, and then if you were at home, what would you wear?
Sweatpants and sweatshirt. And Lululemon.
Lululemon. Peoria? I want her to wear Target. I love Target. But it's always in my closet.
I take her stuff.
So that's what you would choose to wear.
Yes.
So what do you want to wear at school?
Same thing.
That comes later.
Shorts and t-shirts.
Mhm. She just left a private school and I was a little sad about that uniform.
I didn't mind the uniform. I just wanted the skirts to be a little shorter.
Boy, are they different now and what you're wearing. Okay, so that's another episode. So then if you were to go out, what would you want to wear?
The same thing. Like to a restaurant?
Yeah.
I'd wear like a skirt. Like
Okay,
a
skirt.
shirt.
Okay. Not your jogger thingy.
No, my sweatpants.
Okay. How do you like your hair?
I love my hair.
Like, what's your favorite accessory?
My own hair.
Huh?
Like I don't
Like earrings.
Oh, I thought you meant for
necklace,
my hair.
accessory. Oh yes, they wear bows or ribbons.
No.
This is
I love my hoops.
This isn't the dance show, whatever you watch.
Dance moms.
Dance moms.
I love that.
But you wear fun. What I'm getting at is like your style, what you love.
I like my hoops.
Uh-huh.
I normally wear a gold bracelet. I just forgot to take it off. I mean, I forgot to put it back on.
How would you describe your style?
Comfy.
What's your favorite color?
Blue, like the ocean blue.
The ocean blue. Okay, and then next question off of like what you love. Like, what are your favorite foods?
Pasta.
Okay.
Like penne alla vodka.
If it was your last dinner when you got to pick,
Mhm.
what would it be? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner. Oh, okay, good.
Get two out of the way.
And what is it?
Your homemade French toast.
We score. Thank you.
Unless you burn it.
That's not me. That's Dad. Okay, so I love to wear Biore. I like athleisure wear. I work at the hospital, so I'm in scrubs a lot. So when I am at home doing my wellness business, I like to have probably a nicer top. Like, this isn't very nice, but
Like a sweater.
like a nice top and then just something totally casual. Or, like I'm wearing Athleta right now. I love to get dressed up. I do love to get dressed up. So I would just say my style would be classy glam. Does that make sense? I like a little bit of look at me kind of thing. Like whether it's an earring or a color or something.
Your fuzzy sweater.
They find steals. We went to Nordstrom Rack the other day. I was like, yeah, a little bit of pop. And then for food, I love anything so good. I love salmon. I love Sakara. Sakara is, it's a vegan. I'm not a vegan though, but it has everything that I need in the meals, like all the colored vegetables that I need. And then I add a protein to it. And that would make me so happy like every day. And my favorite color is...
You like neutrals?
I do love neutrals, but then I like to have a pop of color when I do get glammed up. How do you like to move your body?
Well, I play soccer.
Yeah, she plays travel soccer.
So I have 2 to 3 practices every week.
Mhm.
And I'm running every Wednesdays now. And then I'm trying to work out Mondays and Fridays.
That's true. Do you love soccer?
Mm-hmm.
Any other sports?
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I swim
Uh-huh.
in the summer.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
I'm forced to. Actually, no.
I love to move my body. I love to run. Because now I'm in that menopausal era of my life. I've been doing a lot of resistance training, and who knew back in the Jane Fonda days and the Tracy Anderson when I wasn't supposed to be lifting anything more than 3 pounds because I wanted the little ballet arms. But now I've been resistance training because and I'm going to fall and fracture my hip. So I have to build muscle. So that's something that I've been doing. But I'm
Wow.
definitely running and I'm training for a marathon. So I'm definitely always
Paris
moving.
2025.
But I'm always moving my body.
Yeah.
I love moving my body. Okay. When you get upset, what do you think is the first reaction? Do you think you get angry?
I get angry.
What are my other reactions? So the people
But
would know.
I know I'm
Okay.
angry.
Angry, sad, or just totally shut down, like depressed?
I get all three. So I get sad a little bit.
Mhm.
And I get really angry.
What's your initial?
Angry.
Angry. Okay. Me too. That's my first like reaction is if that's like really like your temperament. You know, it's baseline. My reaction is
Right. Like mother, like daughter.
right. That's why it's really good to learn about each other. Now I know that she likes to write a letter and I don't get mad when she doesn't want to talk to me. All right. What brings you the greatest joy?
Seeing my friends.
What?
And family.
Really?
Mhm.
That's what you love to do?
Yeah.
Right.
I like going shopping with them
Yes.
and going out to get food.
Right. So if you had 3 hours that you could do anything, what would it be?
Go to a trampoline park.
I mean, yeah, that's just totally really?
Sure.
You find that to be totally joyful? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
I get to act like a little kid again. What about you, Mom?
I love to shop and I love to learn. I could spend hours and hours and hours of just learning new things. And I do like a little reality housewives. I'm a little bit. So those are I would say my 3 things that just bring me abundant joy. One being with my family, of course. All right. What is your greatest fear?
Fireworks.
Come on. That was when you were little. And that was really real. Okay. What
That was
else? Like
scary.
seriously, what is your greatest fear? Like
Um,
public speaking?
Oh, I don't like speaking. But it was probably being alone and like my social anxiety.
Social anxiety. We're gonna talk about this later. Social anxiety. Okay, that's gonna be on another episode. Okay, so your greatest fear. What brings you social anxiety?
When I have to go up to someone alone. Or like if I'm just sitting by myself, people are watching me.
So can I speak for you?
Yes.
She feels like people watch her. And so we will get to this on another episode because I obviously can't convince you now that's true, but I have to honor that she actually has this fear. My fear is I just have to say I've had a lot of fears resolved. So I almost don't know how to answer this because my brother passed unexpectedly, so almost that is like fear of death isn't there for me, right? You know, not that I want anybody to die, but something. But honestly, what's coming up to me right now, and I've been working in public speaking, so that's here. Okay, I hate cockroaches. I know I hate that. I would say my greatest fear is this half of my life of feeling that I won't be able to create the boundaries of saying, like, I don't say no enough. I'll say that. I don't say no enough. So my greatest fear is that I'm not going to learn to say no when I know it's good for me.
I think you say no.
If it's such thing, what she wears, I don't say no a lot. No, I mean, even know just that, but just like people ask me to do things and it's FOMO, like I'm missing out on something for my wellness business that I feel like I always say yes for an opportunity. So maybe I say yes too much. So I don't say no. See what I'm saying? Okay. So what do you think makes you kind of weird?
My face. I mean, it's not weird, but like because we're in such a community that like everything is open, and now that I go to public school, I'm not surrounded by that many people that believe in what I believe. Yeah.
And this is a really good episode we'll talk about later because I'll just say this. So Sabrina, raised Catholic, and she was bullied in middle school, social media bullied. I don't take that word bully lightly. And so she transferred schools 8th grade and freshman year to a Opus State Catholic school. And one of the reasons why she chose that, is because, yes, we're Catholic and we go to church, and there was going to be no boys. No boys, no phones, so no social media, and it was obviously all girls in uniforms, and also because there was cultivating a higher power. So you'll know this about us already if we speak to you, is that we believe in a higher power, and I'll get to like my belief here in a moment, but so that she can cultivate a faith with God, because one of the things that you can see and that she's hearing is like this anxiety, this social anxiety, just anxiety is that we're not born with, but the lived experiences that she's had, it's a real thing, right? And so having to be able to lean to God, having church and having the same community, that was comforting for you,
Mhm.
right?
Fair.
And so what makes me weird, I'll say, is that I'm always doing things. So I'm like this multitasking person. But one of the things that makes me a little odd is the same thing. But on the other end is I believe and practice astrology. So when I say I was born and raised Catholic and we still go to church, I love having that time with my children as meditation. I believe in Christ consciousness. I believe in God. I love how Dan Siegel, one of my mentors, describes God as this grand overall design of life. So this perfect architecture of the cosmos and the universe. And astrology has helped me understand a lot about what we're talking about now, our personalities. And what we're doing right now is using the qualities and characteristics of planets to understand qualities of each other. So I can understand you. I'm not telling her she doesn't believe astrology, so she says. But although she did say her shining quality is she's determined, which she's an Aries, right? Which is ruled by Mars. On another note, but just saying that's what makes me a little odd. But you can just understand I don't impose anything on you.
Mhm.
Or I'm doing it here though. So for me, again, I believe in God. I believe in spirituality. I believe in Christ consciousness. I believe that we are here to be in that vibration, that high vibration. So for a perfect example, take these kind of arguments that we can have and they can feel super heavy. How do we transform these heavier bits so that they come out? Like you're saying, something we grow from, learn from, and all that. And that's a different kind of energy, right?
Yeah.
Right. And we get to work on your social anxiety, right? And then the last thing I would say is there's one thing that you can control. What would it be?
World hunger.
World hunger.
Put it to an end.
That's like incredible. How would you do that?
Pray to
Jesus said,
Jesus.
Jesus is the bread. Fish. That's beautiful. It really is. So I can control anything. It goes along with this integration piece. It would be for everybody to believe that we all have our differences, all our different doctrines, our religion, our experiences, and they come together at one root. And I know that sounds super abstract, but this is why I think the integration is a basis for harmony, is that there's so many different belief systems, there's so many different ways of contributing to the world. But when it can be at that common element of like a one root, but here to support each other and through all these different unique ways that we get to be in this world. And we come together in our own communities that make everybody feel comfortable, but also honoring everybody's differences. And it sounds super cool and super easy. And it really should be easy, but we all know that it's not because we see what's happening in this world. How was that for you? Good. What? What? Are you yawning?
I got up early.
I put a so boring for. Okay. So that is the beautiful basis of how to learn about personalities inside, outside. So when I asked you about what you need and you need to speak every day, that was really hard when I have to discipline you and take away your phone. Right. And so just knowing that, it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, but it really just brings to mind my mind's eye of what she really is suffering from and vice versa. All right. So that is episode 2. Thank you for being here. And then we have in the show notes a link to join the community. It is the Juggle is Real Circle. And that is for you moms, you daughters to join it. It's free. And you would just tell us about yourselves. I would love, again, to know this is what I said in episode 1. This is like learning our communication style through learning our personalities. I'll actually put it in the show notes or prompts, but I would love for you all to join the community. And we'll see you for this next episode. And I want to talk more about her social anxiety. See you, Ben.